First of all, congratulations to all the inductees this evening, and please give all of them a great round of applause. Jim Stinson, I hope you're listening up in Spokane, Washington, because this is your moment. First, I'd like to say that Scott Hoffman, I was really touched by your remarks, especially your talking about sports being a way in as well as a way out. Because Jim Stinson is one of those individuals who found sports to be a way out. Well, I'm not going to address that. You'll hear some of that from Diana Brown when she comes up to accept for Jim Stinson. Jim Stinson tonight is being inducted into the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame for coaching and as a friend of sports. He was a member of Larkin High School's first graduation class, as well as Larkin's first basketball teams. His life growing up in Elgin was not an easy road. It was filled with obstacles. However, he persevered. His Elgin roots and the influences that he had from his high school coaches and friends led him to play basketball at New Mexico Military Institute under an Elgin Sports Hall of Famer by the name of Dick Estergard. Then Jim entered the education profession, and he utilized what he learned here in Elgin and in New Mexico to become a highly successful educator and coach. First, as a boys basketball coach, Stinson nurtured and influenced high school student athletes. He continued that as he served as girls basketball coach, first at Springdale High in Washington, then at Davenport High School in Spokane. From 1991 to 1995, Jim's girls basketball teams won 111 games and lost 9, while winning back-to-back state championships, followed by a second place and a third place in state. In that time, Jim was named the Bi-County Coach of the Year in basketball 4 times, District 7 Coach of the Year 3 times. He's considered the authority on high school basketball in the state of Washington, as he has authored 3 books on the subject, including a book called Remembering the B, which is about the complete history of basketball in the state of Washington. It's quite a volume. Did I do that? In addition to coaching basketball, Jim also coached track and cross country over 30 years and had over 20 state champions in various events. For his coaching and writing achievements, Jim was inducted into the Inland Northwest Sports Hall of Fame Scroll of Honor in Spokane. Now he will be the first coach in the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame to have won 2 state championships. To accept Jim's induction into the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame, I would like to introduce Diana Brown.
I'm honored to be here tonight to deliver Jim's address. I want to thank Diana Brown, the wife of one of my lifetime best friends, Doug Brown, for reading these heartfelt words. I am sorry I could not personally make it to this wonderful event, but health issues and the distance for this 79-year-old to travel from Spokane, Washington, have kept me home. I'll see me on YouTube. I still love Elgin and never have forgotten it. I am being inducted into this hall because many people believe I am deserving of the honor because of the many athletic activities I have been a part of, mainly since I left Elgin. Thanks so much for this honor. The fun thing is, I am joining these contemporaries in the hall. Dick Estergard, my college coach, Larkin teammate Blaine Royer, Don and Ken Brown, my best friend Doug's brothers, Bill Chesbrough. If Larkin had been open, I would have played for him. Larkin Athletic Director Mike Farrow, Coach Ray Haley, my track coach Bill Hofstetter, and last but not least, the great Gus Vaughn, who was a Maroon when his Elgin High team lost to Larkin and Jim Stinson the first 2 times the schools ever played. I have been encouraged to share my background excuse me, as a possible encouraging word to even one or several of the great young scholarship recipients here tonight. You can't order the life you get, but being born in 1946, the year after World War II ended, families were in the process of being rebuilt after the tough times that the Depression and World War II caused. I was born in Hollywood, California. My father and mother were basically not equipped to do the parenting job. She loved Hollywood parties, and he was an habitual alcoholic. My mother's parents, who took care of my older sister Pat and me, sent us to Lombard, Illinois to live with my dad's elderly parents. That didn't work well. So my grandparents gave our custody to the state of Illinois. The state sent us to live in Elgin at the state-owned Larkin Home for Children, believe it or not, a few blocks from Larkin High. We lived there for almost 6 years. Last year, inductee Terry Shavert, who lived across the street, and I walked to Gifford Elementary together for several years. My dad moved back to Lombard after divorcing my mother, who had little to do with us. Going through countless recovery programs at the Elgin State Hospital, he tried to get over the alcohol dependence. Finally, halfway through my 6th grade year, the state saw him fit enough to allow us to live with him. All went well for 3 years, my Abbott years. He had a good job, but his boss did not know the alcoholic background, and my family life soon ended. At age 51, Warren Stinson died at the Elgin State Hospital from cirrhosis of the liver. Excuse me. On the day I graduated from Larkin in June of 1964, Dr. Milton Partridge gave me the news. Now to the point of explaining my history and why I am being inducted here today. The Elgin High and Larkin families adopted me. It probably didn't hurt that I grew up to be 6 feet 5 inches tall, was a good rebounder, and had a hook shot that Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, would have been proud of. Larkin also had great coaches, ex-Marine Al Sherline and Bill Farley. They prepared me for college. I lived with several families during my high school time: the Homas, the Partridges, the Browns, the McMinns. Bob Partridge and I were co-captains of Larkin's first team. Doug Brown, who passed away a year ago, and Bill Thomas were my best friends. Others who made sure that I was always okay and not going without were the O'Connors, Kathy, and the Wiltshires, Diana. Most of the Larkin faculty knew my situation. I felt the greatest teacher and most influential one I had was Harry Barnes. He made history so much fun. It was because of my experiences with Al Sherline, Bill Farley, Harvey Eisner, Jim Dean, Harry Barnes, and so many others that I am here. Before I graduated from Larkin, I pledged that someday I would be just like them. I was motivated to somehow pay them back for what they did for me, and that is what I have been doing for the last 50 years. I don't totally know if I did, but I tried. The words on the plaque describe many of my achievements, but the success I have had should go to the athletes and students I've been honored to work with. I had the honor of coaching my 3 kids, and the main thing they always said to me was, "Don't mess it up, Dad." Speaking of kids, the one who deserves the most credit for this induction is my wife, Judy. I wanted her picture on the plaque with mine, but she wouldn't go for it because she says she's in the witness protection program. After some bad games, she would say, "Jim who?" Seriously, coaches' wives are saints. She never missed a game. Between my games, 3 children's games, and 7 grandchildren's games and matches, she still hasn't had enough. In closing, a quick word to all the scholarship recipients. Do thank everyone who put you in the position you are in tonight, and do them proud.